Hello everyone and welcome back to Dekanto, the closed box experiment with Simply Sark, and I am your Dwarven King. So, it's been a while since I casted an episode of the place, and the place has changed quite a bit. I'm not privy to all of the details, so I'll try and cover as much as I know. I've been away working on my final year project for university, so that's why I've missed a lot of this. But I am presently stood at the rear section of the south-facing wall, or rather the north-facing wall, I suppose the south side, which is home to the colony, which is built right next to spawn. You can see over there the remnants of the first plague that we had, and oh dear, night's falling. Get my armor on. There has been a lot of stuff going on. There was a few more events that I unfortunately did not have the time to take part in, but I believe they involved the Nether, or at the very least a massive wall of Nether portal. But following that, the immortal blaze that was underground, and I think we were trying to make some kind of farm out of it, but I don't know exactly how, was apparently unleashed, and griefing ran massively amok, such that more or less every bed I've managed to, with the exception of I think 2 beds, one of which I can't access without getting stuck, are gone. No, there are no beds anymore. There was a small little seating area down here for people to sleep in. Yeah, here it is. This used to have lots of beds, not anymore. More or less everywhere has been trashed. I don't know if this Nether portal was ever active, but it certainly isn't now. But the colony was more or less the most, not bountiful, but certainly active and thriving community that managed to turn up on the server so far. The zombie defense is down. But now it appears to be basically a barren wasteland. Most people aren't online, and have not been for quite some time. The reason for that is that as a result of the griefing efforts, we have now been put into adventure mode. I don't know if that will signal the end of the experiment, or whether Sark will reopen survival later, but it does give me a decent opportunity to go around and show you stuff. So, over here, we have what is known as... Whoop. Oh hey, the disco's running. That is interesting. This wasn't making noise when I was last here. Okay, so someone probably just pushed that button at some point when they came on. Yeah, party house, drop parties, dancing, music gatherings, yep. But there was the Colosseum, which was a place for intentional PvP events. That seems to have taken a bit of damage. It has specific rules, and there are specific ways in for the competitors and such. So let me see if these are still intact. Fist fight, no armor, when it gets 5 iron, because iron is of course a resource here that we have a limited supply of. Let's see, snow farm is dead. The community farms over here I think are dead as well. There might be one or two pumpkins still active. Yeah, there we go. There's a few pumpkin stems still intact on the lower levels, but by and large this place is dead. We had a map of the entire place, but apparently at some point someone destroyed it. And then naturally there was a few worries, so let me see. The world will never know the horrors that went on. R.I.P. world, Blaze was free, lots of stuff burned down, Sark has doomed us all. I'm not quite sure exactly what transpired, but over there is of course Sweden's purgatory. So there isn't much in there, it's mostly just full of snow. Evidently most of the spawn bit here got destroyed. There was a roof over this previously. And the public mines have likely been exhausted, because that's more or less what happens when you have a public mining area. But that is roughly the area of the colony, with the S in the sky and whatnot. So yeah, the colony, I've seen 1 or 2 people around. I know Techie Miner is stuck inside of his base, because his base requires that you place a block to get out, and he can't do that anymore. I did try to rescue him by making a bucket and making water, but can't pick it up in adventure mode. So, apologies to Techie Miner. There isn't anything I can do to save you. Let me see. Ooh. Okay, let's head back towards Dekanto. That's the area I know better. Doop, doop, doop. Because I did keep a pace of our neighbors. This, I think, was meant to be a mob farm. I don't quite know what's going on with it now, but part of it collapsed following the initial plague, which turned various blocks to red sand and such. But it appears to have been restored, more or less. Okay, so this is Jake Krupka's villa, one of our more popular players. I highly doubt I'll find anything in here, but I wouldn't steal it if I did. Yeah, it looks to be gone. As I say, I haven't seen much of any beds. All 3 beds that Dekanto had are gone, though I do have the resources to remake them, but I can't craft them because I can't get to any wood. One of my projects that I was going to do in Dekanto was make some kind of tree farm, but that's evidently not going to happen for a bit. Okay, that looks like Camp Freedom. So those are our closest neighbors. They're sort of set up like the colony. Everyone does more or less what they want, and they set things to running. These guys might have fared better than the colony because they're farther away from spawn. The colony has a disadvantage that being so close to spawn, if you kill someone who's trying to grief, they're right up against your door again in like the next couple of minutes. Ooh. Interesting place for a chest. It's not one of mine. And oop. Evidently somebody was digging a moat there. Now there was a piston-operated door, but yeah, that appears to have been easily broken. Not too bad, not too bad. Obviously we don't have access to slime balls, so we can't make sticky pistons. But yeah, they have a mine, which has already hit bedrock, I believe. Yeah, there's a chest down there, but that probably has been completely emptied. They have some oak saplings. Oh, that's good to know. We might need those. Camp Freedom Farms has some sowed earth, but nothing much else. How about the chests? No, I still have seeds and saplings, so I can rebuild, but I actually need the capacity to build. This is why I'm logging off with effectively a gek chest in my inventory. Please don't hurt the animals. Somebody evidently did. And I don't expect there's anything else around here. But Camp Freedom was set up shortly after the first session. You can see the Dekanto hammer over there. I haven't had much interaction with them. I've been helping them out as I can, but hopefully they're okay. They've survived this hell. Ooh, look, some coal. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure there used to be a floor here, but apparently not anymore. And let me see, on the other side, one of these is open, I presume. Yes, there we are. On the other side of Dekanto, there is somebody's house. I'm not exactly certain whom, but there is a house there. A lot of floating trees around there. I should see to that at some point. And then farther over to the right, facing east, is it Zombieville or something to that effect? Zombie Bait, that was it. Not named after Zombie Brian. I know some of you wanted me to team up with him, and I would have loved to, but we kept going in opposing directions, so it's fine. Let me see. Sleeping Giant Inn. Has everyone seen some... Oh, geez, yeah, this has seen some substantial damage. This used to be a fully decorated place. You saw, like, the seats like these everywhere, but apparently someone has made it up. Oh dear. I can only presume that if we had a portal and it was full, like it was completed, then maybe we were given access to flint and steel to start it, and then somebody went haywire. There was some redstone. There was definitely a chicken farm down here that I remember. But evidently the place has been utterly harvested and yeah. Hasn't been killed. Oh, hey, there's a little bit of wheat left, so somebody can get to work on that. But by and large, I think this is also gone. As I say, it's because we've been in survival, we've been in adventure mode now for the past few days, so a lot of people have just sort of stopped showing up to check it out. Let me see. Over here, we can find Zombie Bait. Zombie Brian was around there for a while, just building up a farm, a fairly large farm actually, which worked pretty well. But he then moved on. He started setting that up after he'd lost all of his items at one point, including a full diamond, which I did try to help him find, but to no avail. I can't recall if he was climbing towards the sky when he was doing that, but here is zombie bait. It's the closest thing to Dekanto on the surface, I would say. But yeah, population 0 now, so I presume everyone's gone. There were beds, but of course... oh, Jesper, I remember him. Had to eat, took some wheat, replanted. Intriguingly, that's exactly the same message he left when he raided Dekanto's places. Ooh, lol. Stupid fish bucket, 64 Siva, the common people, sorry others. Okay. Yeah, I presume this place is gone. This used to be, founder only, but I don't know if the founders are ever coming back. Evidently someone tore out a pathway that was here. Run by stupid fish bucket, please no grief. Yeah, I don't think that held very well. What I've learned so far is the honor system doesn't last very long around here. Yep, oh, that's a bit of red sand. I wonder if that's... I wonder if that's related to the original curse. I doubt it, because most of that will have changed back by now. Okay, and... nice looking Norse house over here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm just sort of giving a tour of the place because not much is happening and I can't really do much whilst I'm in adventure mode. I have tried to do what I can to help people out, but that isn't very much. M Black 99's house. Yeah, he's got a decent eye for building by the looks of it. I'm liking the mixture of materials. He's even making the new rocks look nice. Let me see, I've seen Techie Miner online, I've seen one other guy online, and I've seen one other guy pop in for like 30-second intervals to tell people to go in, to go to his server. Which is apparently this, but in survival mode, but not using the same map and all sorts, so it seems like a divisive effort, so I'm not going to bite. But if we hop over to Dekanto, I can show you the damage that's been sustained there. And personally, I'm looking at it on the bright side of things, which is that we can rebuild, but then again, we can always rebuild. So the entryway that we built last episode, I forgot this was here, has sustained 1 block of damage. The torch is still there, the gates are still there. I'm not really sure why it happened, but apparently people were looting and raiding and griefing even empty places. So this place is basically intact. The hammer has sustained a bit of damage, mostly near the base. So, nothing irreparable by any means. It's just stone brick, a bit of dirt in here, and then some diorite. Looks like somebody needs some dirt. I should probably fill that with cobble or something less valuable than dirt at this rate. The signs are gone, obviously, because they were on these 2 blocks. But the sign... well, the hammer is basically perfectly intact. So let me see, back down to the entryway. Or the completed entryway. There should be 3 of them, but I haven't had the time lately. Okay, doop. Close that, I don't know why, but I might as well. The torches are still in place, so no one tried to dark us out. I did have a couple of hidden chests around here. I'm not going to show where all of them are, but the one I put over here has been found. I'm not entirely certain which way they came in. I don't know if they came in this way looking for wood, or this way, or maybe this way, I don't know. But resulted in evidently that chest being looted, but as a test of its secrecy, I intentionally put junk in there. So, glad I'm still carrying most of my wealth. Good to know. The farm is dead. I don't know if the water that was under this stone brick is still there, but all of the place is trampled. So, not particularly a big issue. I still have the seeds I would need to replant this, so that's fine. We can fix that. We just need wood. Which brings us to here. I presume this is the block that's missing from that entryway. But there were blocks underneath both of here. And all of the chests are emptied. I completely, especially predicted that, considering how long I was away. The tree, remarkably enough, the tree is perfectly untouched. It's like, if there was fire going around, I would expect this to be the first thing that people burned, or at least harvested. But no, this tree is perfectly fine. The tree of Dekanto remains firm and enduring as ever. Some blocks dug out here. I'm not really sure why. I presume people were looking for traps or hidden chests or something. The furnaces are all here. The entryways haven't really been touched much at all. This is the remains of a chicken farm I was trying to build, but people stole the hopper, of all things. There's a bit of damage here. I don't know if this is, like, creepers going off, or people, or maybe it was just the leaves updating or something, but there was a lot of leaves here that previously marked an entryway. There might have been another collapse by the looks of this, because this did used to be actually covered a bit, and you can actually get fully into here, so that may have been something to do with another curse. Certainly a lot more of the terrain seems to have fallen down, so maybe it's a recurring issue, I don't know. And then there is the rear entryway, which is the one I kept sealing up in the course of most of my episodes, and certainly in the first episode it was the entryway that I originally found the place in. This looks to be perfectly fine. Again, none of the torches are gone. Doesn't seem to have collapsed at all. There are, as I say, I'm not sure if it is a collapse over there, because the rest of the tunnel work inside of Dekanto is fine. But other than that, that is more or less what's going on with the place at the moment. It's kind of a dead zone. It's kind of empty. There's not really anyone doing anything because, well, they kind of can't. If I had access to survival mode, I would be fixing up the damage over there, I'd be fixing the hammer, I'd be fixing the doorway, I'd be getting the farm going again, I'd be building a tree farm, because we clearly need more wood. But right now, it looks like the place is dead in the water. I've tried to talk to Sark, but he's been a busy fellow. I can't imagine he's much less busy than I've been the past few days. So, presently, that is the state of the closed box experiment, that's the state of Dekanto. And that is the state of the areas that I'm aware of on the server. I'm pretty sure there's going to be more stuff to the north and the west, but I haven't really ever been over there, so I can't say for certain what's going on over there. So, kind of just a quick update. Also, I finally made a skin for this, because, you know, you gotta have a beard if you're a dwarf. But anyways, that is it for now, so I shall catch you all next time. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and or a favourite. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe to be notified of future updates. You can also check out the website where most other content is uploaded. That's all for now, catch you later.